offer a family buying experience in our spacious new facility and exceptional service with pickup and delivery after the sale. Serving Central Florida for 40 years. See why so many people trust Regal Kia next to LakeLand High School.
All right, Jeff Goddard back on the Harry Seafood Halftime Show. Your score at halftime, LakeLand 3 and Kathleen 0. I have a couple of special guests for me tonight. We'll start off first with Donnie Crowder, who was the starting quarterback at LakeLand High School in the 1969-70 season. Donnie, nice to see you. Thanks for being our guest tonight.
Jeff. Thank you, buddy.
So I understand that this is only your second game back at Bryant Stadium since 1969. Is that correct?
69. I came over to the Plant game about 10 years ago when Wilder was playing for Plant. We ended up on the short end of that deal. And the last time I saw a Lakeland Kathleen game, we played in it. Tony and I played in it.
1969, you were just telling us the first time Kathleen ever beat Lakeland.
13-8.
You still remember all the details about the game?
Everything about it. David Bowden was the quarterback. Joe Goldsmith was a wide receiver. Tony was our middle guard. Grady Maddox played. Frank Patterson, Bruce Lieber. You know, these guys, we're all grandfathers now. Yep. But that was the first time Kathleen beat us, and then they went on to do it on a regular basis for a few years.
Bruce Lieber, he played at Lakeland or Kathleen?
He played at Lakeland. Bruce was a defensive end
he's a
for us.
Big supporter of the Booster Club. And
big
support.
He's been coming to games ever since.
Yep. So how did you end up coming to the game tonight?
Joe Wilbanks, another of our friends that played back in the 60s with us, he called me up this morning and said, hey, let's go to the Lakeland Kathleen game. I said, you know what? I haven't been to one in 40 years. Let's do it.
So where do you live right now?
I live in Gotha, Florida, which is southwest Orange County, just outside of Orlando. But we've been following the Dreadnoughts. We don't come to the games, but whenever they're in the state playoffs over in Orlando, we'll go watch them. But
that's great.
Coach Castle's done a phenomenal job with these guys. He really has.
Okay, so no, obviously, we joke about Coach Castle's been here forever, but you guys actually played here before Coach Castle came. Who was your coach back in 1969?
Coach, when I was a sophomore, Bill Creedemeyer was a coach, and then Fred Remy came. I think Coach Quinn came, and then Coach Castle after that. But this has been Coach Castle.
So, no, your senior year, was Remy the coach or still?
Remy was the coach then. It was, I think, his second year with
so
the
Quinn
program.
probably just came a couple years after you guys left.
Yep.
He's here about 5 years before Castle took over in 1976.
Yeah.
So what kind of offense did you guys run back in 1969?
We started out with the kind of a passing offense. That didn't work too well, so we switched to a triple option. We had Ray Robinson in our backfield, who went to the 72 Olympics. He qualified for the Olympics. He missed his starting time for his qualifying run, and that didn't turn out for him. But Ray was fast. Yeah, Ray was a streak. He could fly.
And you guys played at Bryant Stadium even back then, right?
We did, and I used to come here as a little kid. My dad, and we'd come out here and watch Jack Harper and Donovan Jones and Graham McKeel and Lee Thomason. I mean, and it's the same place. The stadium's about the same. The field's the same. It's like old home week when you come back here. It's just the same. A lot of good memories.
It doesn't matter if you went to high school in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Bryant Stadium is Bryant Stadium.
Yeah.
And for generations, my dad went here, my mom went here. I went to Lake High School as well. So a lot of memories here at Bryant Stadium.
Oh, absolutely.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
So then you went on to the University of Florida on a scholarship, and you said you injured your back.
I injured my back early on, and football didn't pan out for me. And as a young kid, I didn't have a plan B. So, you flounder for a little bit, and then you get your grip, and then you go on. You just move on. But I had a great time out here. I mean, Lakeland High School, and it was a great period of my life. It was a special time in life for me.
So Florida, when you were there, the one year that you were there on the team, that would have been John Reeves and Carlos Alvarez, correct?
They were sophomores the year before that, the Super Sophs. Yep. Tommy Durrance and Mike Rich, John Reeves, Carlos Alvarez, Jack Youngblood. I mean, they were.
So you were there for the
some
junior
kind of
year,
team. Yeah.
And so what coach was that? That was that Dickie?
Ray Graves was the coach.
Was still there.
Coach there. That was his last
so
season.
He recruited you, yeah.
And then Coach Dickey was coach my freshman year.
I got you. Okay. Well, thanks for joining me tonight. I really
Jeff,
appreciate
it's a pleasure to be
Donnie,
here, buddy.
So we're going to take
a
short break, and when we come back, we'll have co-captain Tommy Asbury just a second.
No cash? No problem. Wave and save at Regal Kia in Lakeland. Buy now and Regal Kia will make your monthly payments till next year. Shop over 500 vehicles online at regalkia.com with delivery to your home or office. Act now and drive your choice. New 2017 Kia Soul, only $144 a month. Or new 2017 Kia Optima, just $147 a month. Plus, we offer a lifetime warranty. Wave and save. Family owned for over 41 years. Trust Regal Kia.
Sal says yes, you pay less.
All right, now we're joined by Tony Asbury. I'm sorry I called you Tony a while ago.
Okay.
Tony Asbury,
Yeah.
co-captain along with Donnie Crowder on that 1969 Lakeland football team. And you played defensive line, correct?
Defensive line right in the middle. And they said I was the fastest one off the line. I don't know, but I did go to college because of it.
Very nice. Now, what college did you go to?
I went to Ferrum, Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, a little college, and we played a lot of good ball there. A lot of really fast people that were a lot faster than I was.
Very nice. Now, did you ever play two ways, middle offensive line or just defensive line?
I tried to go both ways, but there were so many people that wanted to play that they split us up.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So now we talked with Donnie a little bit with that infamous Kathleen game in 1969.
Oh, boy.
First time Kathleen beat Lakeland. So how big of a deal was that the next day in Lakeland? Was that a big deal? It
was
fans?
huge. Everyone was very emotional, as I was. We all just, our hearts just were not.
And that game was at Bryant Stadium, right?
At Bryant Stadium,
And I'm
right
guessing
here.
it was a packed stadium, right?
Oh, there was standing room only, and they were all out. There was people on cars trying to see it.
I'm sure. Yep. So what about that senior year, other than the Kathleen game? What's a memory from that senior year?
The memory was that we had a mouthpiece infraction where one of our players wasn't wearing a mouthpiece, and they called a touchdown back, which would have changed the whole outcome of the game. It was something else.
Yeah. There's always some unfortunate calls. I remember back in the 90s, certain calls that, changed games. My dad and brothers are still upset about a call in the playoffs in 1997.
97,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. So anyway, what about I lost my train of thought, to be honest with you. But, I remember. So we talk about football. It's a great team sport. You played it not only in high school, but you're in college. Tell me something that you learned playing football.
I learned that, it is a team sport, and you have to sometimes do things that, you would rather do something else, but to make the team win, you have to take it for the team. You have to, do things that aren't really, you don't think is important, but it really does help. Donnie tell you right now that, that guy that blocks for you while you're trying to throw that pass is the key.
Just as important, yeah.
It's just as important as somebody to do the small things to get the whole job done.
So speaking of defensive line play, it looked like to me, from my perch up here, the first quarter, the Kathleen offensive line was kind of dominating a little bit, pushing the Lakeland defensive line around a little bit. But second quarter, big role reversal, and the Lakeland front started really dominating. What's your take there in the first half?
Well, I'm looking at all the factors, and I'm thinking this kind of looks like the old Florida team where, you don't get really going until the second half. So we're really looking forward to the second half and seeing how the Dreadnoughts are really going to take it to them.
Hopefully it'll be a Dreadnought victory, because if not, two Lakeland Kathleen games in 48 years. I don't know, if we lose, we may not be able to invite you back for a Lakeland Kathleen game.
What we have learned in football is it's all about playing the game.
That's right.
And once everyone gets to play, and that's a big thing, that everybody gets to play. And, you try, and if you win or lose, it really doesn't matter. It's the playing, it's the striving to be the best.
That sounds good, but
yeah, that sounds good. All right, I can't sell that, right?
All right, Tony Asbury and Donnie Crowder, Lakeland High School graduates from 1970. Great to have you back at Bryant Stadium tonight. Thank you for being my guest on the Harry Seafood Halftime Show. We'll take a break and be back with more of the Harry Seafood Halftime Show. Your score, Lakeland 3, Kathleen 0.
High school juniors and seniors. Submit your A's and B's to Bartow Ford for your chance to win a new Mustang. Visit DriveFordExcellence.com for official rules. The 25th annual Drive for